Hi there, Cancer. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is your September reading. Thank you for your patience with it. Let's get right into it now. Okay, Cancer, I was meditating. Ooh, very interesting. The way these cards are moving for you. Okay, there's something very constructive here. Very, very constructive. And let us just fan these out exactly as they would like to speak. Okay, now you have here very, very, very interesting alignments with Aquarius. You have the Hanged Man upright. Okay, Aquarius had the Hanged Man in reverse in their theme. You have the Hanged Man upright, to which point, right, the Hanged Man is hanging, and it's hanging right over this, not this 10 of Pentacles, okay, in reverse. However, you have the Nine of Cups upright, and right, I almost said the Nine of Pentacles. So there may be a connection here, and they are sort of almost opposing each other. Okay, there's this referencing. Okay, Aquarius pulled the Nine of Cups over the Seven of Cups. However, Aquarius pulled the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So we'll heed that. However, okay, it seems to be there is absolutely some overlap with Aquarius. And what I'm getting for you, Cancer, is that, okay, in spite of whatever momentum, okay, there may have been, whatever processes that you may have adhered to in a certain measure, okay, to understand why it is that things have not been moving in the direction that you expected, in the direction that you thought, well, this is going to give me a sense of security and stability, right? Whatever your sort of premonition was, I'm hearing false start, and I'm seeing right beneath this Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, one who has a strong earth element in their chart, okay, overlaying the Eight of Cups upright, some sort of sense of dissatisfaction emotionally, okay, and I'm getting historical, but that is connected to a history, perhaps, of something to do with the emotions, okay, overlaying the High Priestess in reverse, okay, overlaying the Mother of Pentacles upright, overlaying the Daughter of Swords in reverse. Okay, this seems to be almost like a pocket, okay, of matter. I'm hearing assistance, and perhaps I'm getting family tree, right? I'm zeroing in on the branch, okay, that the Fool is hanging from here on the Fool card, which peeks out just beneath this Daughter of Pentacles in the same stack. Beneath the Fool in reverse, you have Death upright. Very, very interesting. Okay, there is this this dying off of the way in which we assumed, okay, or contemplated for this new beginning to take place. What I'm getting is that if this is another individual outside of yourself, Daughter of Pentacles, okay, again, someone with a lot of earth in their chart, and or if it speaks to your own propensity, okay, to take on this new beginning, whatever it may be, that speaks to your sense of, I'm getting emotional satisfaction especially, okay, there was almost like a false start of some sort. It's almost like there's this desire to start, okay, but it's almost, there's all this rubble on top of this button that we press to press go. Something is, I'm hearing it's a waiting period. It's like a waiting room, okay, and there's not a question of abundance. There's an awareness of abundance. There's an awareness, but in the periphery, okay, of what comes by way of taking on this new experience, okay. Yet again, I'm getting that strongly speaks to our sense of emotional satisfaction. You understand, or this individual understands, that there must be a transmutation of an emotional past, okay, of the ways in which we've handled regarded our emotions, our sense of emotional satisfaction from what it is that we partake in, what it is that we do. Could be career, finances, family for a number of you, or this individual, and or what it is we don't participate in. What we understand will bring us a sense of ultimate satisfaction, okay, that we're yet again lying just on the edge of experiencing, okay, the beginning of. And so yet again, what I'm getting is, in regard to this individual, it's not a question of, do they want this new beginning? Do they see the potential in this new beginning? I'm getting, for a number of you, there's been this sort of, it's like there's a desire for it, okay, but there are so many layers, okay, that I'm hearing of contemplation and specifically emotional. There's some sort of, I'm getting an emotional past, okay, for you, Cancer, here in regards to whoever, whatever this energy resembles for you. Now you have very interesting. You have 3 nines, 9 of Wands and upright, okay, but the 9 of Cups upright as well, and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. That's mirroring this Daughter of Pentacles. 2 nines mirroring one another, and you have the 8 of Wands that sits just in between, bridging this 9 of Wands and the Daughter of Pentacles. So you have the Father of Pentacles right beneath the Daughter of Pentacles, looking over the 8 of Wands. There is word of shakeup. And this may be, okay, there are so many characters involved, Cancer. Okay, it seems that certain individuals are related to one another. Certain individuals have some sort of, I'm hearing likeness to one another. Okay, so some sort of, they may speak the same language. They may actually be related. Okay, I'm getting that. But there's this, it's interesting because what I'm getting is this Father of Pentacles is in a position of I'm hearing assertion, okay, but almost unable to assert in a way at the mercy of, on the same level as, I'm hearing with the same bearings as fate, change, the natural turn, the cycles, events, by way of this desire, by way of what has gone well within a community, what has been accepted. Okay, I'm hearing status quo. There's something, this individual, almost there's an alienation to this energy. And so be it, even a financiary, be it an individual within, a network, a system, perhaps a community, a family system, or I'm getting the crossroads between community and family, okay? So whatever it may be, this individual, Father of Pentacles, can only, stop and stare. It's that kind of energy. And they're understanding that something is coming. They're understanding that growth and transformation and change, I'm hearing, and challenge is in place, okay? And so, but while I'm hearing it again, there was a stop and a go, a stop and a start. There was a sort of start and a stop, vice versa. There's this understanding that sooner or later, dreams prevail. Dreams prevail, and it's a matter of aligning with that dream from long ago. Okay, no matter how long this process is drawn out, no matter how long this process is, I'm hearing the painstaking attention and energy that's laid on remaining open to the cycle. It's like this process has taken so long, and it was required of me to completely surrender to time, to space, to Mother Nature, to the divine, I'm hearing, assistance, intervention, the universe at play with me. Okay. And when I conceived of this dream, I'm getting long in the deep past. Okay, it could be years, could be birth, it could be lifetimes. Take it as you will, Of course, general reading may pertain differently to everyone in some kind of way, but there is this this referencing, okay, to the conception point of the dream, to when you for the very first time you were, I'm hearing, awestruck, just awestruck, and understanding what it was that in a certain way held you from pursuing that dream, and it could be your own perception, perceived boundaries, limitations, so to speak, okay, but that caused this sense of going back and forth, yes, I do want it, I know I want it, but, the ramblings of the intellectual, rational mind that, in a way, corner us out of, the real home of our sense of ultimate satisfaction. I'm getting soul, I'm hearing soul assistance for a number of you. So there's something about assistance, okay? And it's somewhat of a Virgoan type of energy that I'm getting for you. Okay, now you have the Hierophant Taurus's card, which sits right beneath this 3 of Swords upright, beneath the 7 of Cups upright. So Now, Aquarius got these same cards in line, okay, but in reverse, okay, the reverse orientation, and it wasn't right in their past, it was rather in their future, okay. So interesting, right? And it is Mercury retrograde, and so right, things, matters of the past, especially those which may relate to the ways in which we communicate our daily life, right? Things like that. I'm hearing workforce, health force may come up for review, okay? And so, right, take it as you will, Cancer, but there's this focus, this imminent focus on going back to the fundamentals of what I'm hearing transform this relationship, what started it, why I'm still invested in it emotionally, and what holds me just at the threshold of completely embodying the experience, the relationship, the dream. Coming to complete terms with that. Okay, and understanding what systems lie, right, outside, right, again, on the periphery of the embodiment of this dream, this union, okay, with, I'm hearing source, solid source, what it is that you know to be your very personal, I'm getting deep soul truth, emotion, okay, emotional truth, rather, and, right, what supports you? Who supports you? What systems support you? What thought groups support you? I'm getting you both. So, it seems that I'm hearing there's some sort of hierarchy, some sort of system in place, okay? I'm hearing that confounds ideals, and right, I strongly dislike that word, hierarchy, but, and I'm losing my voice there as I say that, so take it as you will, Cancer. I'm hearing Taurus, though, for you, and, right, so something perhaps to do, there's conventionalism, okay, that confounds, okay, the otherwise boundless nature to your dreamscape of what is to be one in the moment, in the very moment, right? Once you align with it, before you see it, I'm hearing before others approve of it, before you hear it, calling out at you, right? Are you listening for it? Just in the moments, right, of utter silence, where right, it's like the language that, right, I'm hearing you hear that's being spoken in that space of silence, no one can decode but you. And my sister is singing in the background there, right? And so take that as you will. Okay, Cancer. There's an emotional depth here that I'm hearing cannot be challenged. That cannot be challenged at its core. And there's a, right, of course, a general reading. Take it as you will, Cancer. Always, always, always. Use your personal intuition. But what I'm feeling is that there's a solidity here in terms of the emotions that we feel tied to. Okay, in some kind of way. And there's a recognition that sooner or later, right, the sort of the key to the crux, so to speak, is to speak, right, about what it is that we hear, about what it is that we feel, that, yet again, no one may validate for us or for others. It must come from you. I'm hearing it must come from you. And right beneath, it's so beautiful, right beneath this, I'm hearing this solitary alliance with your very personal truth. Not only in an internal way of, yes, I know how I feel. There's no question about it. I know how I feel. Okay, I could go back and forth. I could see what I feel from so many different angles. But I know how I feel. When there's that solitary moment of complete sheer, right, standing with these emotions and standing for them, right, before others, and I'm getting in a very expressive way, in a very outwardly spoken way. That is when, right, the world turns. I'm hearing towards us, and my sister's just belting it out, right? She's just wailing. So there is something about a call There's something about the profession of love. There's something about, right, and be it right to yourself, to your very own self, Cancer, right? Standing for what you love. What drives your soul forward to explore beyond the depths of your conceived reality and those of others? Where, right? Do you exceed your own limits, your own boundaries in any, I'm hearing mode, in any mode, and I'm hearing in any mode of transportation, right? So shifting dimensions, realities, paradigms. I almost said Leo and Cancer at the same time. So Leo may be, right, related to whatever this matter is, right, or Leo types of the Leo archetype, okay, of energy. Whatever it is that you dream of, you understand that, okay, and I almost said Leo again, Cancer, you understand that it serves, I'm hearing, a fundamental purpose. It's almost like, right, the conception of a new birth, whereby, right, once we complete this cycle, adding one more, right, cup to it, completing, acknowledging what is our personal emotional truth, it's almost as if, right, all those cups tip over to flow and find a new home, right? The Ace of Cups. So what I'm feeling for you is that you understand that it's not only about completing the emotional cycle. It's not only about closure, so to speak. It's not only about understanding, yes, this is what I want. Understanding that, right, and speaking about it, yes, this is what I want. It's about understanding, okay, that in a way, it's not about understanding. That it's about not understanding, not knowing where this mere stance for truth leads you, leads everyone around you. It's about being completely open to the world that's created just simply by way of this shift of energy that takes place when you stand for that which you feel so deeply. Right? It's like an energetic shift. And that creates almost a whole new world, a whole new, right? I'm seeing it's like an expand, it's like a universe almost, in a way, right? And, right, energy is everything. So it's not only about, right, the momentary alliance and alignment, okay, I'm hearing with this dream, and it may be frequential, right? The frequency, the vibration, right? It's almost like aligning vibration, and I'm seeing, right, a mirroring here, absolutely. Four of Cups, one at the base, 9. And the last cup, right, must be brought together by way of the acceptance of the polarity that yes, divides you both, but brings you both together as well. I'm getting this in terms of a union specifically for a number of you, okay, but what is the world that we seek to shape? What is the world that we seek? I mean, we aim to understand by way of releasing our expectations of it. And I feel that you, and if it's this is you and another individual, I feel that it's, right, or you within yourself, right, the two propensities of, right, your own being. You understand, Cancer, and I was a Leo again, fundamentally that something will be created. Something happens in an outlandish way, in a very obvious way to those around you, especially community. Okay, especially community, and it may be in relation to an individual who has a lot of water in their chart, Father of Cups. Okay, that may be related to financial, I'm hearing investment. Okay, career finances. Okay, yes, and related to this Father of Pentacles as well. It seems like it's almost a network. Okay, a network of individuals who are involved almost indirectly in whatever this matter is. I feel that it's a personal. It's almost like this, Cancer. The rainbow, the arc. Okay, is a very personal process. It's right, an internalization of sorts of what you feel, right, where you feel you've been, where you feel you are now, and where you feel you're going. It's your sort of trail of personal transformation. But right at the underpinning of it, the change that's made, that sets right these pegs into order and the dominoes right into their effect, has some sort of bearing on others that are yet again right. You're attached to the idea of what was, the system that was, that may no longer work for you. Okay, so now, so let me take a few steps back, Cancer. There's this recognition, that something happens, right? Yet again, something will happen by way of speaking my truth, by way of right, making this claim, by way of making this dash through the door. This leads me into a world that right, I may not fully comprehend prior to taking the stand. And there's a mystery to it. Okay, there's a feeling of right, well, what happens next? What happens then? When I leave it all, I'm hearing, and I dash for the door. What happens then? I'm hearing in the verbal pursuit. I'm hearing, but that is not of your concern. You're not concerned about, right, what happens then. You understand that is, I'm hearing up for grabs. I'm hearing up for momentum as well. I'm hearing for momentum's sake. What's created is almost ambiguous in every moment until it is created and it takes the form that it does, right? Because it's by way of the moments that precede it. So you understand that I can't focus. I can't focus on what happens after I align with my personal truth, with my emotional satisfaction, what I know brings me that. Because that's not necessarily the key in the keyhole. That may be the entry point to the next chapter, but it's not about defining necessarily what that door looks like, what the room that it leads to looks like, feels like, sounds like, tastes like, who's in there, because wherever I'm led, by opening the door that I walk through to meet myself and my truth, I understand is the only place for me to go. And I'm hearing, take me there. I'm ready to, make my entrance by way of making my exit from the places, the people, the things, the thought groups, the habits, the emotional habit, the habit patterns I'm getting, the ways of exerting ourselves in ways that, keep me, I'm hearing, in limbo, and I'm hearing in check. So take it as you will, but yet again, it's like this. I cannot focus on what comes by way of the changes I stand for. Because it's not about what the changes look like. It's not like I'm going to, I will only stand for my truth once I understand, what that truth translates into in the third dimension. Otherwise, it's ironic. It's otherwise, it wouldn't be my truth. If it's conditional, it wouldn't be my truth. So what I'm getting here strongly for you, Cancer, is that there's this sense of purity to the feelings that accompany this mission. And I'm hearing mission statement. It's a matter of aligning with what it is that yet again drives you emotionally. And I'm hearing emotionally over the edge, for some of you. What is it that brings you to the point of feeling just complete emotionally? And I'm hearing what pastimes. So this is, yet again, I'm getting this from far, long ago. Times ago. Perhaps even lifetimes ago. And I'm seeing a library and a research room for a number of you. Something to do about this referencing to books. Books. I'm hearing field. Something about field, Field, Mr. Field, Field of books. Okay, Mrs. Field, perhaps something to do about, those references for a number of you. But there's something here, and I'm hearing Libra as well. Okay, and Libra and Leo were linked, okay, in their readings for September. So perhaps there's some overlap for you there in regards to Leo and Libra. But yet again, Cancer, I'm hearing, how far, how wide must I run my wheels into the ground until I take off from it? There is a recognition that you, whatever this transformation is, whatever this pursuit is, you've got to give it everything, emotionally, energetically. I'm hearing verbally as well. You've got to completely immerse yourself in the experience, in the release, and the surrender. Of course, right? Take it as you will, Cancer, Cancer. It's a general reading, right? But there's this, it's like I've got to, and I'm just seeing it's like this runway. Okay, it's like this runway, and I'm hearing runway show. It's this runway where you understand it's all about this single moment of holding this focus on this release. So I can fly. And there's an emphasis on speaking for a number of you. Speaking, the verbal discourse, element of energetic release as well. Okay, and emotional, right? Absolutely. But right, there's absolute transformation here. And you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for it. And it's almost as if, right, I'm getting for a number of reasons, like your higher self, your conscience, okay, take it as you will, right? However you regard the sort of energy that pulls you, right, from within you into this future state that beckons you, calls you, right, to take on this transformation. And it, yet again, may pertain to career finances for a number of you. You understand, knows you better than you think that, right? You've known yourself. And it's that call, you understand, it's that whisper that I'm hearing of guidance, of conscience, that I'm hearing, I sing for. I sing for. It's in the moment, and I'm getting this, it's like this. You know, every so often I hear, right, a call in the wind. Every so often I hear some noise, some sound, and I know that it's not superfluous. I know that there's, right, something more to it, and I don't understand it for the sake of understanding with the logical, rational mind. But I understand that whatever this speaking forth is connecting me, is strengthening my connection to the realm that I exist in that has no bearing here in this earthly, I'm hearing this third dimension. I'm hearing of coexistence. So, by way of admitting, I'm hearing admitting that, right, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm hearing time doesn't make sense. And therefore, because it doesn't make sense, right, by way of accepting that, my doors are open. I hold the pendulum. And in that moment, Cancer, when you release the expectation to configure, to shape, to put a sort of a materialism, okay, material understanding, tangible value, worth on what it is that you feel that you do not understand. I'm hearing the value on the sound of the silent space, and I'm hearing genome for a number of you, okay? I'm hearing DNA spectrum, so take that as you will, however that may resonate for a number of you, but the moment that you, yet again, right, release I'm hearing the mode of identifying what the source is, what this communication is, what this profound realization is that, yet again, bypasses the logical mind. That's when you are submerged in all of the feelings that have accompanied this world that has been calling out to you. And so, right, there seems to be absolutely, Cancer, I'm hearing for you the ebb and the flow, and whatever this process has been, right? Right, there's this riding out, okay, and there's this simultaneous, right, this desire, right, as we release and as we surrender and as we just let go to the process, right, that pulls us in through to the other, right, end of the spectrum of our understanding of this life. And the way I'm getting it, it's like almost like a birth, right? The moment we are almost sucked through the womb, there is release, right? There's stillness of the desire to understand, right? Why am I in this womb? What's the womb? Where am I going from here? Right? All of these questions. Why am I in here, right, for so long, all these months, right, like, knock, knock, right, like, what's going on? Maybe I'll give it a kick, right, nothing's happening. What's going on? Why no? Doesn't no one hear me, right? It's like, the moment that we release, and we submerge, is when, right, yes, the pandemonium of the racing of the mind, right, is brought to a halt. Our curiosity, especially that which is emotional, I'm getting, is pacified. But therein begins, yet again, I'm hearing the chain reaction of, yet again, another birth. The pandemonium of a new cycle. Of the thrill that comes by way of understanding now what it all meant for us, right, the whole time through, until this point. So thank you so much, Cancer. It seems that, my goodness, this is deep, right? But something is coming full circle, and it speaks of, right, a long stretch of time, absolutely. And yet again, right, it may be referencing an Aquarius type of figure, right, archetype of an individual, as you pulled several overlapping cards with Aquarius here strongly, and right, with some referencing to Leo and Libra. So you may want to check those videos out if you're so compelled. And I highly recommend you to check out your rising ascendant or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into the situation that you may be dealing with. Okay, and okay, I will say this as well. Judgment. Okay, Judgment is peeking out, okay, right above the Fool, which sits right above Death, okay, which sits right above the Emperor, upright. Right? And this is all happening within the stack that the Daughter of Pentacles, right, overlays. There is the recognition that, if this is another individual who you may be dealing with, Earth sign, okay, and I'm hearing who's associated with a large group, a network of individuals, and maybe your very own energy, whatever it is, you understand that this shifting of ideals, of what we feel gives us a sense of security, I'm hearing, and stamina, how to draw this security out over time, the decisions that we make to align with this new beginning, right, will transform how we deem security for us. And so there's, right, perhaps this, right, process of destabilization, right, prior to the reformation, right, and it's very much that sort of feeling of the transformation, right, the chrysalis effect, the birth, right, by which, right, the child, the infant in the womb has kind of no conception, right, of what comes. There's just this need to release from the space that, right, we feel has given us a sense of security for however so long. All right, and from there on, right, there's this world that awaits your expedition of it. Okay, so thank you so very much. And I'm back to mention as well, exploration, right? So the Cancer, what I'm getting, this is coming through strongly for you. There is a sense of curiosity, okay, of what lies beyond the threshold, yes. Okay, and it's not that, right, this curiosity, so to speak, ends once you find out what it was about. It begins again, right? And that's sort of the feeling of the cyclicality of the experience, whatever this culmination is, doesn't sort of, right, end the timetables, okay? It reforms, okay? There's almost this newfound understanding, and so by way of what we now understand and the perception we hold, right, our curiosity grows in different directions, okay? And I'm hearing with different aims. So the ways in which you may apply this newfound a desire to understand and perceive the world, I'm getting also in a very sensory way, okay, the third dimension, may be, right, transformed. So thank you so very much, Cancer, for tuning into your reading. I hope you have a beautiful tail end of August, beginning of September. I'll be back soon with your mid-September readings that will roughly pertain to the 15th to the 30th of the month, hoping in about a week or so, okay? So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, yet again, I highly recommend you to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign, and or perhaps your Venus sign as well for matters that pertain to love, however you deem love, career, finances as well. Venus can speak to, okay? But if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. All right. Thank you so very much. Again, I almost said Taurus, so Taurus, right, and Taurus popped out for you. So again, right, if you feel compelled to check that video out, there may be some messages there for you. All right. Thank you, Cancer, again for tuning in. Bye.